It is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today on the show, we've got news from FloRacing and Chad Boat Industries, and we dive into what Logan Schuchart's path to the 2021 World of Outlaws Championship looks like. So let's jump in. 2020 was a banner year for Logan Schuchart and his Shark Racing team with the World of Outlaws. 7 wins, along with 35 top 5s and 46 top 10s, were good enough to see him finish second in the standings to Brad Sweet, who won his second straight series championship. In the end, Schuchart finished just 46 points behind Sweet in the standings, which, if you break it down, is a very small difference throughout an entire season. If you figure 2 points per position, Sweet bettered Schuchart by just 23 spots. Over the course of a 54 race schedule last year, that was less than half a position per night. When you start looking over the numbers, including the new efficiency and value stats I added recently, the difference between Sweet and Schuchart starts to become much more clear. Sweet did have one more win than Schuchart, and Sweet's average finish was about 4/10 of a spot better. But how did that happen? The answer lies in starting position. In 54 races, Sweet had 28 top 5 starts and 42 top 10 starts. Schuchart, on the other hand, had 20 top 5 starts, which is 8 less than Sweet, and 34 top 10 starts, also 8 less. Schuchart was actually better than Sweet in top 5 efficiency and both top 5 and top 10 value finishes. They were nearly even in top 10 efficiency, with Sweet having just a slight edge in the percentage. The problem for Schuchart was all of those races he started deeper in the field than Sweet. He did convert 5 of his 20 outside top 10 starts into top 5 finishes and 14 of them into top 10 finishes, but that left 6 times he finished outside the top 10 on top of the 2 times he finished outside the top 10 when starting top 10. I know that sounds like a lot to kind of digest there, but he's stacking up these outside top 10 starts, and he needs to find ways to finish inside the top 10 more often effectively, is what I'm saying here. And finish inside the top 10, but also start inside the top 10. Schuchart led the series in feature plus minus, which is great, but starting deeper in fields and needing to pass a lot of cars is not how you win a championship against uber consistent guys like Brad Sweet and Donnie Schatz. Especially with the Outlaws, the further back you start in the feature, the more difficult it is to get wins and those all-important top 5s. 61% of wins in 2020 came from the front row, and no winner started deeper than 10th. So all of those extra times that Schuchart started outside the top 10, he effectively had no chance to win last year. Schuchart made one hell of an effort, though, to overcome his worse average start than Sweet, which was 2 full positions worse, but in the end, it's too much to overcome on a nightly basis. At the end of the year, Schuchart had just 2 less top 5s and was even with Sweet in top 10s. So even with all of those worse starts, Schuchart still managed incredible results, and that's why I think improved starting positions will go a long way for Schuchart going forward. For 2021, in order for Schuchart to have a shot at the title, he must find ways to start higher in features. One place he needs to improve is qualifying, and through the first 2 races at Volusia, he was strong, going 6th and 2nd quick. Now, the hard part is keeping that up for another 60 or 70 races. Higher qualifying results will lead to better heat race starts, where Schuchart trailed Sweet in 2020 by a little less than half a position on average. That led to Schuchart also trailing Sweet in average heat race finish by about 4/10 of a position. Over the course of a season, 4/10 of a position could mean the difference between making the dash or not, and in 2020, Sweet appeared in dashes 7 more times than Schuchart. Those dash appearances mean a chance at the pole and at worst a top 10 start. The only driver who had more dash appearances than Sweet in 2020 was David Gravel, who would have had a real shot at the title had he not missed those 2 races. As the season gets rolling again this weekend, watch for Schuchart's ability to qualify towards the front. If he can find ways to start just a little bit better in features, he'll be a real threat to Sweet and Schatz and Gravel for the title. And when I say a bit better, I mean like maybe half a position better on average. He doesn't need to make up all the ground on Sweet with starting position with his ability to pass race cars, just enough to improve that finishing, that average finish by, say, 23 positions over 54 races. We'll have much more on the World of Outlaws returning to action later in the week. FloRacing announced yesterday the addition of several dozen late model events from some regional series to their streaming schedule for 2021. Adding to their already packed slate of racing, Flo will now carry action from the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series, Mars Late Model Series, and Southern All-Stars. The service will stream about a dozen events from each from the Comp Cams and Southern All-Stars, and they will show about half the Mars schedule. The first events to be shown from this new package of races are March 12th and 13th. To see more details on the announcement, visit dirtondirt.com. Chad Boat Industries announced a new addition to their midget lineup for the 2021 season yesterday. Young Brent Cruz will join the team and run a full POWRi midget schedule driving the 86 sponsored by Pristine Auction. From North Carolina, Cruz has won races in 5 different divisions at Millbridge Speedway, including Outlaw karts and micros. He's got multiple karting championships and has ventured into 360 sprint car competition this year with 5 USCS appearances on his resume. His best finish so far was 6th at Hendry County Motorsports Park back on February 5th. He's clearly got talent behind the wheel, and he'll be getting a leg up jumping into midgets with CB Industries, who is the defending USAC midget champion team with Chris Windham. Cruz will be joining Ryan Timms and Jade Abadijian, who will also run POWRi schedules with Chad Boat. The POWRi season gets underway on March 19th at Monarch Motor Speedway in Texas. I released a new Dirt Tracker Conversations episode last night. In this one, I talked to late model racer Devin Moran and had him teach me a bunch of stuff about racing a dirt late model. We talked simple stuff like how to fire a late model, which gauges he has, how to change gears. We also talked more advanced stuff like choosing racing lines, tires, and how to race certain guys. It's a solid 40-minute episode, and I hope you learn as much as I did in the conversation. You can find that episode in this podcast feed or at youtube.com/DirtTracker. Drop me a comment or message on social media and let me know what you thought of the show. There's nothing on the streaming schedule today except FloRacing 24/7. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DirtTracker.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. Those likes and comments and subscribes on YouTube are appreciated as well. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com. I do check those every single day. You can follow Dirt Tracker on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Dirt Tracker. You can check out the website for all kinds of cool dirt racing stuff by visiting dirttracker.com. If you'd like to get email updates from Dirt Tracker, you can sign up at dirttracker.com/newsletter, and you can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.